Making headlines tonight, stranded air travelers and huge business losses as the country goes into total blackout for hours. Also tonight,
hata hiyo mazungumzo iko kwa meza, tukiendelea kila mmoja akisimama unakemea mwenzako, unamuita majina, hiyo mazungumzo haiwezi kamalizika vyema. Azimio Brigade slams the government for downplaying bipartisan talks. All eyes on record-breaking Faith Kipyegon as she seeks to bag gold in the 5,000 meters World Athletics Championship in Budapest. All right, now tonight, is our transport system in the country inclusive of people living with disability? Do the matatus that we normally board have that in mind, in ensuring that we have spaces for people living with disability? That is the conversation we'll be having tonight here on Look Up Weekend with my guest in studio, ready here. Judy, how are you? Looking forward to this conversation tonight.
I'm very ready for it.
Just before we get into it, quickly, is it that the question I just asked, is it inclusive, our transport system, when it comes to people living with disability?
No, it's not.
Okay. Yeah. Now listen, it is not inclusive of people living with disability. Judith Oyo here is a disability advocate and will be getting deeper into this conversation tonight. Also, on Matters News, we do understand that Kipchumba Murkomen, who is the CS for Transport, has cracked the whip at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, and KAA management will be telling you that and much more in our stories tonight. My name is Brian Amuaya. Sign language interpreter tonight is Philista Adundo. Transport Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has today announced the termination of the contract of Kenya Airports Authority Managing Director Alex Gitari and Fred Odawo, now the Engineering General Manager, following a nationwide blackout that saw an embarrassing power outage at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport.
And reservedly apology to all travelers and airport users who were affected in one way or another by the power disruption at JKI.
Transport CS Kipchumba Murkomen woke up on Saturday to crack the whip on the management of the Airports Authority after JKIA plunged into darkness as a result of failed standby generators following the national power outage. Murkomen says after mutual agreement, both parties decided to bring the contract of KAA Managing Director Alex Gitari and the Engineering General Manager Fred Odawo to an end. In Mr. Gitari's place, Mr. Henry Ogoe, currently serving as the head of corporate planning, has been appointed to be the acting managing director of KAA. Engineer Samuel Mochache has been appointed in an acting capacity as the general manager engineering.
We have made the following changes in consultation with the board of directors. By mutual consent, the contract of Mr. Alex Gitari, who has been the managing director of Kenya Airports Authority, has been terminated. In his place, Mr. Henry Ogoe, currently serving as the head of corporate planning, has been appointed to be the acting managing director of the Kenya Airports Authority. I want to emphasize the part of mutual consent. And you can see Mr. Gitari is here. By mutual consent again, the contract of Mr. Engineer Fred Odawa, who has been the general manager, project and engineering services, has been terminated, and his place, Engineer Samuel Mochache, has been appointed in an acting capacity.
Other changes include JKIA Airport's manager Alex Gogo, who has been moved to Moi International Airport, Mombasa, replacing Peter Wafula, who now moves to Kisumu International Airport. Miss Selina Gore, the airport manager Kisumu International Airport, now moves to JKIA. The outage affected Terminal 1A, the biggest and the jewel of JKIA, as he insisted that the control tower and the runways were not affected.
The incident, though regrettable, did not pose any danger to our incoming and outgoing flights and passengers, considering that the backup generator lighting the runway and control tower was seamlessly deployed when the blackout occurred. At no time did we have an iota of darkness on the runway or the tower.
The CA says KAA has since begun the process of hiring permanent staff to take these positions in an exercise that will be concluded within the next 2 weeks.
These changes take effect immediately. More changes will follow in the coming days. Further, in order to ensure that a similar incident is not replicated, it has been decided that the 2 generators that were procured more than 2 years ago be immediately commissioned. Again, I have further directed the board to work on the staff attitude, mentorship and motivation to improve productivity. And we are well prepared to ensure that Jomo Kenyatta International Airport and all the airports across the country are functioning properly and making us and protecting our territory as the leading aviation hub in the region. And I believe that as we move forward, you will see most of these changes. You will see changes in the law cadre in the next.
The changes come after the international airport experienced a 2-hour power outage where there was a nationwide blackout. The generators of the airport failed to come in handy, stalling the operations of the airport. Other than the changes effected at KAA, Parliament also summoned Davis Chirchir, Energy Cabinet Secretary, and Joseph Siror, the Kenya Power Chief Executive Officer, over the nationwide power outage. The duo will appear before the National Assembly Committee on Energy with a detailed explanation of the causes of the outage. Now, members of Parliament have summoned CS for Energy Davis Chirchir and the CEO KPLC Joseph Siror to appear before the House over the nationwide power outage on Thursday. Kenyans on Twitter sending crumbling tweets one after the other after the incurring losses caused by the blackout for over 18 hours. Ruga Ival now reports.
Over 18 hours of incurring losses due to electric power blackout. It was at around 9:30 p.m. yesterday when Kenyans experienced a power outage where cases of theft increased as well as business premises going down with losses. Meat vendors claiming to have estimated a misfortune of thousands of money. According to KPLC, they indicated that this problem was caused by a mechanical breakdown at Lake Turkana Wind Power Plant, which reduced its power by 270 megawatts. Now the Energy Committee within the National Parliament has ordered the Cabinet Secretary for Energy Davis Chirchir to appear before the committee to answer the questions arising from the power breakdown. The same order has been issued to Joseph Siror, who is the CEO at KPLC. Main streets in Nairobi City, counties in Mount Kenya region, and some areas in the Rift Valley region are among the areas which were majorly affected. However, power has now restored in most counties. Ruga Ival, Lookuptv.
All right, now thank you so much, Ruga Ival, for that story. Now we go to matters politics tonight. Now, Azimio leader Raila Odinga has criticized Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua for downplaying the ongoing bipartisan talks and using disrespectful language in public. Now, speaking at an inter-ministries conference in Kajiado, the Azimio Brigade reiterated that their demands must be met, putting emphasis on the high cost of living.
Sasa sisi tunataka amani, nataka kanisa mzidi kuombea Kenya amani. Amani ipatikane. Kuna unafiki mingi zaidi. Watu wanapiga kifua hapa na pale, wanafurahia shida ya wenzao. Nisema pana Wakenya wote mpaka waheshimiane.
Hata hiyo mazungumzo iko kwa meza, tukiendelea kila mmoja akisimama unakemea mwenzako, unamuita majina, hiyo mazungumzo haiwezi ikamalizika vyema. Lazima kuwe na heshima. hata kwa hii inter ministries union, mkikosania heshima hamwezi mkatembea barabara moja.
Hakuna mtu ambaye anaweza kujitokeza kwa boma yake aende afanye maandamano kama kuna sababu. Lakini kama gharama ya maisha imepanda juu sana, bei ya unga imekuwa juu sana, bei ya mafuta imepanda juu sana, bei ya sukari na kadhalika, jamaa anaumia, sio? Tukasema punda imechoka.
Ongeza ya kwamba bila heshima nchi haiwezi ikaendelea. Na wakati wa kampeni nilisema tusipochunga tutakuwa nchi ya wakosa adabu. Ni sisi tutajiuliza kama tumefika kiwango hiyo, na kama hatujafika au tumefika, ni vipi tutakomesha.
Kuna kichoka nafanya nini? Sinashuka shusha mzigo chini. Ama sivyo? Kama punda amesema amechoka, amefanya makosa. Amefanya makosa. Yule ambaye anafanya makosa ni yule ambaye anapiga punda bunduki ati punda amesema amechoka. Hiyo ni makosa.
Now, President William RUTO early today gifted Busia fish traders 56 million shillings to support and maintain their businesses. Now, while on his Western region tour, RUTO stated that the fishery is one of the main drivers of Kenya's economic growth, adding its potential remains underexploited. He further stated that the heavy investment put in is set to create job opportunities, with the Muluhoba fish landing site expected to process more than 10 tons of fish in a day.
Nashukuru waziri, mlikuja mkaungana na gavana wa hapa, na ndani ya karibu chini ya mwaka moja hiyo majengo yote tumejenga, tumekamilisha. Leo nimefungua rasmi na nita handover kwa ndugu yangu Mheshimiwa Otuoma. Sasa yeye na wale beach management units ya hapa na wavuvi, na tumesema hao wavuvi wote waingie katika cooperative ndio wasimamie hii facility wa chini ya county, ndio hii facility iwe faida kwenu. Tuko na mpango ya restocking ya Lake Victoria. We have a comprehensive plan on restocking of Lake Victoria. Mimi nitarudi hapa kabla ya mwisho wa huu mwaka, kwa sababu tuko na facility ambayo tumepanga ya shilingi bilioni 1 hapa Kabonyo. Hiyo facility ndio tutaweka hatcheries nyingi na tutaajiri vijana wengi watakao tusaidia katika restocking ya ziwa letu la Lake Victoria. Mimi nimefurahi sana, hapa tumetumia karibu shilingi milioni 130 kujenga, na facilities zile ziko huko ndani za cold rooms, mambo ya kutengeneza ice na kazi ile ingine. Ile kazi ingine imebakia kidogo, sasa governor atashughulikia, na akipata matatizo ataniambia ndio nimshike mkono so that we can make economic activity out of this facility. Mbali na hii facility, pia nataka tujenge facility kama hii hapa Bumbe, hapa Funyula. Pia tumejenga facility kama hii ingine kule Luanda Kotieno, na tunajenga zingine 9 katika ufuo huu wa Lake Victoria. Nilikuwa kule Mombasa na Pwani, kwa sababu katika hii mpango tuko na landing site kama hii 9 kule ufuo wa bahari na 9 katika ufuo huu.
Now, we are taking a short break here on Lookup Weekend. Continue engaging us on our socials. Satamoy Brian, that is on Twitter at Lookuptv. The hashtag we are using tonight is Lookup Weekend. We are also live on Facebook and on YouTube. So be sure to send your feedback on those particular social platforms. Tell us where you are watching us from, what you think about the stories you are running today, and also the conversation that we will be having later on in the program about disability and transportation in the country. Do you feel that the transport system in the country is inclusive of the people living with disability? Do share your feedback with us, and we'll be able to sample some of it as we continue with the program tonight. We take the break. We'll be back in a moment.
Realize your home ownership dream by investing in Brookvale Tuala, a magnificent prime residential property located in Ongata Rongai. Brookvale Tuala by Safaricom Investment Cooperative overlooks the majestic Ngong Hills and lies only 24 kilometers from Nairobi CBD. The project boasts of well-serviced plots with a perimeter wall, graded roads and a borehole. 50 by 100 plots are going for 1.4 million shillings with a flexible payment plan of up to 6 months. To book your plot, call 0729 121212 today. Safaricom Investment Cooperative, the investment partner of choice.
Infinity Industrial Park is one of the largest private industrial parks located along Eastern Bypass, Nairobi, which provides modern infrastructure for smooth operations for industries and business enterprises. Infinity Industrial Park offers world-class amenities and facilities with wide roads, a police station, a power substation, fire station, public transport stage, hospital, and shopping mall. In addition, Infinity Industrial Park also offers CCTV cameras, 24-hour private armed security patrol, sewer, water, fiber optic cable, and 3-phase power connection, added to public utility, canteen, and dining areas. Sail on the golden opportunity to invest in Infinity Industrial Park, fully serviced warehouses at a special price of 3,569 Kenyan shillings per square foot. For more inquiries, visit our website infinityindustrialpark.com.
Thank you so much for staying with us here on Look Up Weekend. Let's continue with the program tonight. Now, residents of Choka area along Kangundo Road were in a mad rush to scramble for bales of maize flour after a lorry transporting the flour overturned and scattered as efforts to disperse the growing crowds were futile. Beatrice Njoroge now reports.
A mad rush. Scrambling for bales of unga from an overturned loaded lorry. The lorry ferrying Bingwa Premium Maize Flour from Grain Millers Limited crashed head-on with a salon car, causing the lorry to overturn. The looting spree was, however, shortly interrupted when the police officers arrived at the scene. Owing to the tough economic times, the residents at the scene begged the police for more time to make away with the maize flour.
Gari zimegongana na kadogo hivi na kale kagari kadogo. Sasa unajua sasa sisi kama Wakenya tunataka kujua nini imefanyika. Una get? Kitu sasa hiki kimefanyika, tunataka nini? Tunataka unga. Una get? Tuko njaa bana. Huyu mzee hakuna sana anaenda hapa. Hapa insurance inasimamia hiki kitu, unaona?
Ile kitu natuuma, maskari wanakuja haraka. Wangechelewa kidogo, alafu wanatena wanaita tear gas bwana. Na huku si maandamano. Ingekuwa fadhali hii gari ikianguka Jakaranda ndio walete tear gas, lakini hapa Choka si tunakula tu na amani bwana. Mbona wamekuja haraka? Na hii ni bahati ya raia bwana, watu wakule.
Mimi sijapata unga, lakini ni Mungu leta wanatuuliza tusichukue unga. Sasa hii ni Mungu leta, ufai kutuuliza.
As the driver who escaped and had tried to disperse the crowds in vain.
Mungu akituletea mnakuja mbio. Na tukienda kuiba mnatuua. Tukienda maandamano mnatupiga. Mnataka tukule wapi? Tumezinda njaa sana. Dakika 5 tu peke yake.
Beatrice Njoroge, Lookuptv.
All right, now away from that, celebration and cheer filled Kipsing village in Isiolo County after Sandra Ntoye, a 21-year-old girl who was rescued from early marriage 15 years ago, graduated with a diploma in community development from Maasai Technical Institute. Now, at just 7 years, Sandra was married off to a 50-year-old man, but got rescued by Samburu Girls Foundation 2 days later. Now a happy graduate, she has promised to work relentlessly with the community to alleviate retrogressive cultural practices.
This is a great day that the Lord has made, and I'm so happy and grateful because today I had my graduation celebration, and I did community development and social work at Kajiado Masai Technical Training Institute, and I thank Samburu girls for this further year. They have assisted me, and I've graduated for my diploma in community development and social work, and I'm so happy and grateful.
Today we are celebrating one of our graduates at the Samburu Girls Foundation, Sandra. She has been a resilient girl. Actually, she was among the first girls I rescued when I started this work in 2008. We rescued her from, she was already married actually 2 days later. And we enrolled her to school from preschool, worked with her, and through the help of well-wishers, actually I want to mention them and say thank you to the family of Marianne Tutuma, and they were able to help us educate her, and she just graduated last week from diploma in community development and social work, and we are very proud of her. We are happy because she becomes the first girl in our family to complete school, and also she becomes the first child to actually graduate in our family.
All right, now those are people making a difference and doing something for the society. The rest of us are just busy reporting on their stories. But anyway, we get sporty tonight. Marsabit County women representative Naomi Wako has launched a 3-day tournament dubbed Naomi Super Cup, which aims at bringing together teams from all over the county in efforts to foster peace in a region that has witnessed inter-community clashes recently. Now, speaking during the launch, the legislature expressed the need to empower the youth through sports in order to avert cases of insecurity and drug abuse among the youth.
Game yangu ya game yangu, ile games tunacheza, game yangu ni peaceful coexistence. Sisi wote tuishi kwa amani pamoja. Number 2, tuseme bye bye to drugs. Number 3, tuseme bye bye to FGM. Tena tuseme bye bye to early marriages.
Now, Elvis Muigwa from Kiambu Golf Club emerged the winner of the 2023 Kenya Junior Match Play Championship after beating Michael Kihara 8-7 in the finals played at the Sigona Golf Club. Now, let's take a look at what happened.
For me, I feel very good. Also, I had a confidence coming to the final. This is not my first. Last year I lost in the final, so I said today is the day I'm going to try my best. And I've done it.
Now, 3 times winner and world record holder Faith Kipyegon will be in action tonight to defend her title in the 5,000 race in Budapest, Hungary. Now, Faith won gold in 1,500 meters ahead of Dutch rivalry Stefan Hassan. Now, 24 minutes past the hour. We're done with the news tonight, but our conversation on disability and transportation is coming up in just a few minutes from now. I'll be speaking to Judith Oyo, who is a disability advocate, and she'll be telling us more about her projects in regards to matters to do with disability. So start engaging us on our socials, that is at Lookuptv on Facebook. Tell us where you are watching us from and your take on the issue of inclusivity when it comes to matters transport for people with disability here in the country. All right, don't go too far. We'll be back in a moment.
Karibu mtazamaji kwenye kipindi cha jamii na itikadi.
Kaini kitako tuna mengi.
Mapenzi yanapoanza watu huitana baby na majina mengine matamu, lakini baadaye